Hello, this is Paula Anderson with Paula Anderson Coaching and Consulting. And I want to talk with you today about a paper that I wrote back in 2021. And the paper focuses on a career versus liberal arts education. So, in the paper, I set up a framework of what it means to get a liberal arts education versus going to vocational school. Now, as you know, I offer continuing education to medical coders and medical billers and licensed massage therapists. And these titles are considered to be vocations. However, when I first went to school, which was back in the 90s, I went to a liberal arts college, which is Lamont On College, a historically black college and university in Memphis, Tennessee. And so I learned about different authors such as Shakespeare, Emerson, Aristotle, Plato. So all of those authors, I learned about them while I was getting my liberal arts education. But I was also working in the healthcare industry while I was pursuing my undergraduate degree. And I learned about medical coding. So I taught myself how to medical code, how to code. I had already been working in the medical billing industry, so I already knew how to do that. And so in 2002, I got my coding certification. And in 2017, I got my coding instructor certification. And in 2024, I got my medical billing certification. All of these credentials are from AAPC. But during this time period, in mid 2014, I decided that I wanted to do something different. So I wanted to go back to school. And what I did was I enrolled in the University of Memphis and I started working on a bachelor's degree in journalism with the emphasis in public relations. However, this actually turned into me getting a second bachelor's degree in journalism. And then I got then I got a master's degree in journalism and strategic media because I wanted to teach at a 4 year college and university. But the framework for this paper just kind of outlines that you need to have both a liberal arts education as well as a vocational education. One of the reasons why you need to have a liberal arts education is because it focuses on your critical thinking skills. So I'm going to read you one of the things that's stated here in the paper, just to give you an understanding of what I'm talking about. So, a career education is geared towards finding a job, and it can take less than a year to prepare students, whereas a liberal arts education provides a foundation on humanity. Quote, liberal education outcomes are uniquely suited to prepare students for both employment and citizenship. And so this is by Enfield in 2016. Now, with today's climate in the educational field, we have a lot of different challenges that we're facing. So we have a generation of students that have grown up on technology, and they're not really accustomed to reading long text. So if you give them a book to read, they may not read the entire book. So you have to give them a shorter version or an abbreviated version of that. And so that can be problematic because one of the things we know that learning requires you to actually read and comprehend. So if you do not learn, then you're not going to be able to apply any kind of critical thinking skills. So career colleges, which are those colleges that just offer a technical certification, they are valid in the sense that if you're trying to get a job that's going to provide you with income within a short period of time, then of course that's going to be beneficial to you. But again, the liberal arts education is what's going to set your foundation. And I'm going to read you something else from the paper. So, career colleges are designed to teach a specific skill, such as cosmetology, massage therapy, or medical coding. A liberal arts education can be valuable because it can teach problem solving skills to students who want to focus on entrepreneurship and help with communication skills. And this is from Gobble in 2019. Now, during the COVID pandemic, we had all of these service based businesses, cosmetologists, licensed massage therapists. The only thing that they really knew how to do was to do those actual technician jobs. Many of them did not know how to think about, how do I reinvent myself? What are some other services that I offer, that I can offer to my existing clientele? So that's where liberal arts education comes into play. Now, medical coding is an industry that, of course, that I've been in since 2002 in terms of getting my certification. And one of the things that I have learned about the medical coding industry is that you either like it or you don't. And what I mean by that is that there's no gray area. Either you like to code or you do not like to code. And a lot of times individuals get into this industry because of the benefits of working from home. Well, that can be an option, but it should not be the primary reason why you want to get into this industry. So I'm going to wrap up this video by saying both a career education as well as a liberal arts education can be beneficial. I personally have benefited from both of those. There are times when I'm working and my liberal arts education is what's allowing me to actually earn a living. And then there are instances when my vocational education is allowing me to earn a living. So each one has benefited me in some capacity. So I encourage individuals to get a liberal arts education as well as a career education.